Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. We are going to get started with the bulk of our agenda in a moment. We're just waiting on a couple more people to filter in. Just a reminder, we do have to vote on something today, and so that means everyone does need to have their cameras on or their vote can't be counted. So barring any individual conflicts, please just make sure your camera's on. Okay, does anyone have any corrections to the previous minutes? Corrections to the minutes? All right, there being no corrections, the minutes are approved as written. Again, just a reminder, please turn on your camera if you haven't already done so, since we will be voting in a moment, or at least discussing legislation for vote. So we will move on to the next portion of our agenda, which is Senate Resolution 11, co-sponsoring Deacon Dining Appreciation Day. I will share my screen with everyone, and we can have the authors of the legislation read it. Can you all see the legislation? Okay. Would any of the other co-sponsors like to read it, or would you like me to?
I can read it if you want.
Thank you, Meredith.
Of course. All right. So, session. Whereas the Wake Forest University Deacon Dining staff provide food services for the entire campus community, including students who require accommodations due to COVID-19 related quarantine and isolation. And whereas the Deacon Dining employees have adapted to additional safety protocols in order to help keep our student body safe while also serving in high exposure roles during the pandemic. And whereas in conjunction with the Black Student Alliance and the Resident Hall Association, the student government aims to show appreciation for all the work and sacrifice of all Deacon Dining staff. And whereas in the past, the student government has sponsored events in appreciation for the Deacon Dining staff. Therefore, be it resolved, the Wake Forest University student government will co-sponsor the Deacon Dining Appreciation Day scheduled for April 2nd, 2021. The student government pledges to provide $500 in funding to purchase cake and flowers for the staff. If necessary, student senators will be given the opportunity to participate through the extracurricular sign-up. The Public Relations Committee will promote the day on student government social media platforms. Respectfully submitted.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Meredith. So we are going to just have one of the co-sponsors elaborate on this. I can do it if no one else wants to.
So this kind of stemmed from BSA. Originally, I work with Akaya in Kitchen Residence Hall, and so we talked a little bit about it, and I let her know that student government had done similar things in the past. For those of you who were last year, we gave out Krispy Kreme donuts to each different Deacon Dining location on campus. Sorry for the background noise. And from that, we discussed a little more. BSA was really limited in funds, so we decided to go through RHA and student government, especially since we've done it in the past. And we also wanted to recognize this has been a really hard year for Deacon Dining staff, considering last semester with them basically being completely cut off from pay, and then this year with just everything going on with COVID. So we just wanted to make sure we were really showing our appreciation for everything they've been doing.
Thank you, Pilar. We are going to do 2 minutes for questions on the legislation. Reminder for everyone, we will do 2 minutes for questions, 3 minutes for debate and discussion. You can motion to extend or limit this as you see fit. Questions would just be for clarification. Debate and discussion is about your feelings on the legislation. And then we can also move to vote if needed. With that, I will start my timer now. I will call on those who raise their hands in the 2-minute period. Ethan, and then we'll go to the next person.
Is the $500 coming from our programming budget?
It's coming from a variety of different places in the student government budget. I think Victoria is going to figure out exactly where the best place, but at the very least, it'll be coming from physical planning and DNI. Sorry, I can't see who else has their hand raised. If you have your hand raised, you can just go ahead.
How is the $500 calculated?
So there is just under $800, I believe, cost for all of this, and then $300 were available from the other two co-sponsors. So we are making up the rest of that funding. This is a pretty typical amount of money for a co-sponsorship. I actually copy and pasted this resolution from another past resolution, and I didn't have to change the number at all. So. Yeah, Ethan.
Where do we plan to purchase the cake and flowers from?
Pilar, do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, so they are going through Publix for cupcakes specifically. And then the flowers, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I can look it up really quickly and like send it in the chat. But what Akaya and some members of BSA did is they like called a bunch of places around Winston-Salem and got quotes from each place and then figured out which was the most cost-effective one.
Any other questions? Nick Dowling, yeah.
So what's the plan to, what's the plan to, get senators involved in like sort of handing out, flowers and pieces of cake and whatnot? I know there's part of the resolution that says that, there'll be potentially a sign up for that. So are we gonna, plan on giving that to them while they're at work, or how's that looking?
So we're reaching out to John Wise just to clarify a couple things about like their work schedules and what would work best in terms of both COVID and distribution of like the gifts. We will like have an update ASAP. We just didn't want to like confirm anything before we had like information from John Wise about the details.
There would also be, the reason it says if necessary is that there are two other organizations. And so the breakdown of which organizations will be supplying like manpower is kind of left to be determined at this point. Any other questions? Okay, my timer just ran out, so we can move to debate and discussion. I'll set a timer for 3 minutes. Please just raise your hand with the raise hand function if you would like to contribute. You can go ahead.
Motion to move the previous question.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, 1 second, everyone. Those in favor of moving to vote on the legislation, can you please raise your hand with the raise hand function? Okay, I'm about to lower all hands. Anyone opposed, can you please raise your hand? Okay, we can move to vote on the legislation. As a reminder, your options are a yes, no, and abstain. A yes or a yay is a vote in affirmative saying you would like to pass this resolution. A nay or a no is a vote in the negative saying you would not like to pass this resolution. And an abstention is a vote that counts for the total number of votes, or does not count for the total number of votes and is neither an affirmative or a negative for the legislation. Just as a reminder, this vote is public. It will be posted on our website and elsewhere for the remainder of the next 4 years. So just keep that in mind. And I know there are at least one senator or two senators here who have not voted on legislation before. So if you should be confused, you can definitely feel free to ask me, to ask Vivian, or to send either of us a message in the chat as we're going. Caroline, you can go ahead.
Okay. Meredith?
Yes.
Will?
Yes.
Emma?
Yay.
Janine,
Yes.
Pilar,
Yes.
Amber,
Yes.
Michael Burstein,
Yes.
CJ,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Nancy Walker,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Michael Walsh,
Yay.
Brooke,
Yes.
Dana,
Yes.
Rory, Rory.
Sorry.
Oh, did you say
Yes.
yes? Okay. Ethan,
Aye.
Jacob,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Caroline, Wright, sorry.
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Ava,
Yes.
Tanya,
Yes.
Chi,
Yes.
Vivian,
Yes.
Caroline Dixon,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Isaiah,
Yes.
Braden,
Yes.
Gabby Azinas,
Yes.
Sydney,
Yes.
Kanisha,
Yes.
Aman,
Aye.
Khalil,
Yes.
Nick Dowling,
Yes.
Megan,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Nick Briggs,
Yes.
Jess,
Yes.
Abby,
Yes.
Armand,
Yes.
Gabby De La Vega,
Yes.
Robbie.
Yes.
Okay, that's everyone.
The resolution passes. Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you, everyone. We will move on to the rest of our agenda, starting with executive reports and Miles.
Thank you, Allie. All right. So first thing, sign up for the C2C naming committee. And that I think that was sent out today for all students. And I think the individuals got them on that 2 days ago, probably. So correct me if I'm wrong, but hopefully that was sent out, and sign up for that. I'll be overseeing that the student one, so sign up for that one. And then PLS is this week on Wednesday. So Drew's done a great job with that. And also please contribute to the video for President Hatch, to the thank you video. Hopefully everybody can do that by the end of the day today or by early tomorrow, so Drew can hook that up. And then just on elections, I just want to update everybody on the dates so everybody knows what's going on. So next week, and PR, I'll give this to you. The elections packet will go live, right? And you have all that time from the 30th till the 6th to do campaign, to get the signatures, and obviously turn that in by the 6th by the candidates meeting. And then on April 2nd, though, before April 6th, before the candidates meeting on April 6th, on April 2nd, you can start making your campaign offers for staff members, for executive positions, and probably for senators as well. Please make sure you send that to your to the elections chair and anybody else on the elections committee, so they keep record of who's on your staff. And then from the 6th to the 13th will be like your campaign week, and then the 13th at 12 noon, right? 13th on 12 noon, all the way to the 14th will be the election day. So election day will start on the 13th at noon and then carry over to the 14th at noon. And then I think that's everything. Oh, but for the elections committee in general, so I'll bring up a resolution not next week, but the following week on April 6th. And then who will be serving on it is myself, Victoria, Meredith Resplika, Mackenzie, who's in student government here as a senior, and then Emily Claire Kibbe. She's one of the members of the faculty committees, and then Andrew Logan, who's the student trustee. And Andrew Logan will be hosting the debate for the executive positions on April 10th. And then that's a Saturday. And then we're looking for one more member. I'll give you that. I'll give you all that person once that person's confirmed. But by that time, that the elections committee should be done, and then everything will be set in stone. So if you guys have any questions on that, please let me know. And then for my last point, just on student union, they have their concert coming up on April 17th, so well after elections. And then we're looking to co-sponsor them with like food trucks and whatnot, but we're talking to Tim about it and talking about safe funding for the food trucks on that day, and obviously working with student union. But please look out for another resolution coming up from me for co-sponsorship. So with that, pending any questions, I'll be followed by Ali.
Any questions for Miles's report? Okay. So thank you everyone for voting on the Deacon Dining Day. We'll keep you updated as it gets closer. This is just a reminder, with elections coming up very quickly, this semester is going to get ahead of us. So I know it seems like there's a lot of times left to get the things done that you want to get done, but I just want to remind everyone that we're about to lose a couple weeks to some pretty hectic times, and you don't want to lose any of your projects or resolutions. So if you have a project that you're working on or a resolution you're working on, please, please, please let me know sooner rather than later so I can help you figure out how to get it in at a good week. The last thing we would want is for something to kind of not happen because things get too hectic. Just a reminder about Code Yellow, that your committees may be meeting in person. If for any reason you have a concern about meeting in person, you can definitely talk directly to your co-chair, but you can also come let me know, and we'll try to figure out a way to make sure that everyone is comfortable and safe. I know there are some vendors who are also not in Winston, so just make sure you keep us in the loop on that. And also relating to that, we're going to try to do a Senate in person, like in May, like our last Senate, outside on the quad, logistics to follow. But if you have a concern about doing something in person this semester, please just let me know, and we can try to work through some plans. And then last thing from me is that there's a lot of programming coming up, kind of back to the point 2 points ago. We're about to have a hectic kind of season for the freshmen who haven't seen it before. It's a lot. For the sophomores who haven't seen it in person before, it's a lot. Please remember that we have, Faculty Appreciation Week, we have Earth Week, and we don't want these things to fall by the wayside. The committees have been working really hard on them, so just remember to sign up for things and support them and repost, because we're one body, and the committees are working really hard on things, and it's really fun to have the support of the other committees. So with that, does anyone have questions for me? All right, Victoria.
Hi, I don't have much. Budget appeals were due today, and so far we've only received 4. So they'll close at midnight.
Questions for Victoria? All right, Caroline.
Hey everyone, we made it halfway through the semester, so the midterm report for student government will be coming out tonight. You'll get a spreadsheet that will list your attendance record and then also your extracurriculars for the semesters. A lot of you still have to complete your extracurriculars, so please support committee's work and continue helping out at different events put on by SG. As a reminder, you need 2 per semester, or if you didn't get 2 last semester, then you need 4 extracurriculars by the end of the year. So if you did 1 last semester, you need 3 this semester at least. You can always do more. And then some extracurricular opportunities coming up are SU socials every week. Pretty easy to sign up for that. Let me know if you have any questions. And then student government also has Earth Week and Faculty Appreciation Week coming up. So there'll be some extracurricular opportunities with that. And then on my end, I've been working with the program for leadership and character on an ecological citizenship discussion group, which I'm pretty excited about. And that will be meeting 4 to 5 on Tuesdays in the campus garden starting next week. So that's also an extracurricular opportunity if you're interested in learning about environmental issues and hanging out in the campus garden.
Questions for Caroline? All right, Drew.
Thanks all. So tomorrow is the President's Leadership Series. If you're signed up, so if you have a calendar invite, check your PO box. There is a bag of goodies. I don't know what's in there, but major shout out to Director Scott of the Leadership and Character Program for putting those together for y'all. And like Miles said, if you still want to submit a quick like 10-second, 15 or whatever video thanking President Hatch and Mrs. Hatch and wishing them well in retirement, feel free to send that over between like now and 2, 3 in the morning. And then I'll send a list to Caroline tomorrow morning so everyone gets the credit for 1 extracurricular. But that is it for me.
I have a question.
Yes.
What if we live off campus and we don't have a PO box? Do we just go to the mailroom? I got an email from the mailroom today saying I had a package and I was super confused. So
yeah,
that.
So I would just go and be like, here's my name. My guess is they just have it aside for like Victoria Parker.
Okay, cool.
I can confirm with Raven, but I'm pretty sure that's how they did it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Allie, you are on mute if you were introducing.
You are on mute, yeah.
Sorry, I just said Tim and Shauna. Sorry, everyone.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi,
Tim.
Tim.
Hi,
Tim.
Dean Wilkinson.
Hi, Tim.
How are you doing, Tim?
Dana Hindi did not say hi. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I did.
All right, maybe you just weren't loud. I hope you're all having a good night. I really hope at this point everybody's sitting there going, I better say hi or he's going to call me out. I don't have much. I just came in for fruit chucks. The gyro was delicious. You may have heard today, Miles, I don't know if you talked about this right at the beginning or not. Did you talk about Governor Cooper's announcement?
No.
So in case you've not heard, the governor announced some loosening of restrictions today. Probably the most pressing one for us is going to 50 individuals at indoor events and 100 people at outdoor events, as well as some lessening of restrictions percentages for bars, restaurants. I believe he's done away with the alcohol curfew, which I vehemently oppose, but he doesn't listen to me. We have not made any decisions yet. Please, when the rumor mill starts, the steering committee has not made a decision yet as to whether or not they're going to go along with it or whether they're going to go along to it at a later date. If you recall, in the past, there are times where the governor has loosened restrictions and Wake Forest has waited a few weeks. So I've not gotten word yet, but please head off rumors of the past right now. We have not changed any of our on-campus. I told Miles I was going to bring this up so you could all decide very quickly if you wanted to have somebody reach out. So many of you know food trucks have become all the rage at Wake Forest University. And three different offices reached out to me on Friday about food truck events. One of which, Campus Police, many of you remember in the past, they've done Pizza with the Police in April, which is a pretty popular event. They usually do it on Manchester. So they reached out to me today, getting my thoughts on food trucks. And my response to them was, it'd be great if you considered doing it with student government. They already do food trucks on Tuesday. It would be a nice co-sponsorship. So they are very excited about that opportunity. I mentioned it to Miles today. And I told PD that if you all wanted to follow up on it, that I would talk with you all tonight and that somebody in student government would reach out. So Miles, I don't know if you need to follow Robert's rules or if you just all want to raise your hand if you think this is a good idea to follow up on.
Allie, I'll let you.
So are you asking if we need a resolution to co-sponsor it?
No, I'm saying if you want to have somebody follow up to get more information, decide if it's a good idea, I think you can all just nod your heads and then you can say, okay, this person will follow up.
So does anyone have a strong opposition?
I mean, imagine PD out with you all on Tuesday, a lot of swag and opportunity to interact with the police. It's usually pretty positive.
Sorry to interrupt. I actually have an update about this for my committee, but the Police Advisory Board is consulting with student representatives on the board right now about focus groups relating to like police, like social activities on campus right now. And we haven't had those focus groups yet. So I don't really know how that'll like reflect that kind of conversation. Like I totally understand this might happen sooner, but like it might be worthwhile reaching out to the representatives on the board to discuss planning for that in case those focus groups reflect either appreciation for that or like not appreciation for those kind of social events with the police. Sorry for the background noise.
I'll tell you what, Pilar, do you want to shoot me an email afterwards and obviously copy Allie on it and you can give me more details and then we can go from there?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, why don't we do that?
Someone explain what those focus groups are, because I've never heard of those before, but I'm kind of like just in relevance to the food truck idea.
Yeah, the like sign up just came out today and there's emails being sent around campus through groups. I was gonna send it out and like during my report, but I can also send it in the group chat now.
Okay, so Pilar will follow up on this. If we do move forward with this, I'm going to ask that we loop in campus life at some point, and in that conversation.
Okay. Miles, do you want me to talk a little bit more about the potential co-sponsorship with Student Union?
Yes, please.
So we are working on a campus concert. We are excited that we're going to do something this year. It's going to be different. I mean, I can tell you the concert will be virtual. And what I mean by that is we are going to have a live element, but the artist will be virtual. Most artists still aren't traveling and we needed to begin working on this obviously weeks ago to secure funding. But it looks like it's going to be Saturday night the 17th. Student Union is in the final stages of negotiating with whom the artist will be. I could tell you, but I would be betraying Student Union and I'm just not going to do that. But what they're thinking is Saturday afternoon, many of you went to Spring Wake a few weeks ago. They want to make it kind of a festival feel this year. So Saturday afternoon, I think we're going to have a local regional live band on Hearn Plaza during the day for students to come hang out while the concert is being set up on Manchester Plaza. And then the concert will be on Saturday nights. So I believe what they're looking for is co-sponsorships around. We know that food trucks have been successful. So I think they want to make it a bit bigger, which is why they're looking for some assistance and or co-sponsorships. So Miles will get more details, but that's the general gist of what we're looking at. That is all I have tonight.
Questions for our lovely advisor, Tim Wilkins?
Thank you all.
Okay, academic.
Hey everyone, so we're finalizing things for Faculty Appreciation Week. We're super excited. On Monday of that week, we're going to be offering free coffee to all professors from Camino. And on Thursday, we're going to be handing out sweet treats to professors. And we're also in the process of producing a video that consists of faculty shoutouts. So we're really banking on all of your submissions to that. I'm going to send the form again in the chat if anyone wants to submit a video or comment or something like that. Other than that, we have a meeting about foreign language expansion next week. So more to come on that next Senate. And we started working with Judiciary on updating academic dishonesty policies and trying to push that out better to students. But I'm sure they'll have more to say on that as well.
Questions for academic? Okay, campus life.
Hey guys, so we're meeting with Vice President Rude this Thursday. So if anyone has any campus-wide concerns, please shoot them to either Caroline or I. We're really looking forward to this, to have a really good conversation and talk about issues on campus life. And also just want to personally thank everyone who came out to the events during Mental Health Week, and specifically those who volunteered. You're awesome, and thank you so much.
Also, thank you for coming out to the food trucks. We had a little over 220 people come, so that was super exciting, even with the rain. Thanks for your help.
Questions for campus life? All right, DNI.
So I already pretty much talked about it, but the police advisory focus groups are happening April 5th, April 19th, and April 22nd, all from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. And they're moderated by students as well as the Campus Life Fellow, Ashley Berry. I sent the sign up form in the group me if y'all are interested, but yeah.
Questions for DNI? Judiciary.
Everyone, so we are continuing the archival review process, very extensive process, as you can imagine, but we're aiming to have all legislation scanned by the end of the week. We just got our first batch of scans back from ZSR, so I'm super excited about that. Braden and I are working on some code of conduct stuff. We're planning to meet with Allie Clayton from the Code of Conduct office on Thursday to discuss how we can improve the accessibility and visibility of our honor code. And then as a reminder, the David Petraeus event is on March 31st at 6 p.m. Keep signing up. It's going to be lovely. And thank you to everyone who volunteered over the weekend and helped hang up flyers. That was fantastic.
Questions for judiciary? All right, PR.
Yeah, so we're posting about the Alexander Hamilton Society event that Ethan just talked about, and we're also working on graphics for Earth Week and coming up with slogans and everything like that. We're also still doing senator spotlights, so keep sending that in. I know some senators are doing great things. I know Dave is doing the Dating Deacons, and some other people have some really great stuff going on, so highlight them. We want to shout them out for all they're doing. And then we had talked about t-shirts, and so these are some of the designs, and okay, I see that. We can edit that. And then the front, it's hard to see, and I apologize for that, especially with this image. But it just says Wake Forest University 2020 to 2021. But Jess is going to send a poll in the group me right now, and basically just fill that out if you want one, and then we can get you, once we get an estimate of how many people want one, we can give you the price. So yeah, hopefully I should have that soon.
Questions for PR? Okay, physical planning.
Hey guys, so we're painting the Earth Week banner this Thursday and Friday, and would absolutely love if y'all would come out and participate. I'm going to send the link to that spreadsheet in the chat right now. And so in other exciting news, the Wake Line is up and running to Haynes Mall as well as other locations starting this weekend, and it'll run most of the day. Also, sorry about the edit on the 2 p.m., but there's a break from 1 to 2 p.m. and there's more information on the website. And thanks for the resolution about Deacon Dining Appreciation Day. That is super exciting. And we're really looking forward to collaborating with BSA and Residence Life.
RHA.
Yes, RHA. Thank you so much. It's my own resolution. But anyways, sorry about that, guys. And our intended design for the banner is to the right. We still haven't officially finalized it within our committee, but we just wanted to give y'all an idea of what it'll look like. And I'll send it out, or Meredith will, or someone in my committee will send it out by Thursday. So y'all know what we're painting, and I'll be there most of the days. So yeah, if y'all are confused by the picture, like the little hands are supposed to be like grass. So it's like symbolic of us like doing our part as student government leaders to maintain the beauty of our earth. Meredith, would you like to add?
Yeah, we would really appreciate if y'all just came out, even if it's for 30 seconds, just to stick your hand on the banner. It should be a lot of fun, weather pending. We'll let you know where it is if like it starts downpouring, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. But yeah.
Questions for physical planning? All right, Sock, do you have any report?
Hey guys, like can y'all hear me? Yes. Okay, good. I wasn't sure with the audio last time. Yes, sorry about this, but we have begun sending out emails to all the organizations that are registered, just asking again, kind of a diagnostic. How are they doing? Those will be going out, or have been going out, and will continue to be. And in addition to that, we're going to be setting up some kind of like office hours-y type things during our committee meetings where organizations can drop in if they want to have kind of just a general meeting, check in if they have any questions, anything we can answer. And then again, just moving forward with the chartering process. Did I miss anything, Amber?
Yep, I think that's about it.
Rory and Amber, just to let you all know, I reviewed the chartering process today and I moved it forward to our attorneys. So
that is amazing news. Thank you, Tim.
Okay. Any questions for Sock? I've had a couple of people just send me a message. We are not an association. That will be changed on the t-shirt. Just so since a couple of people seem confused. COVID updates.
Hey everyone. So right now we're in the process of getting some meetings organized, specifically with Dr. Handwork, who is like in charge of the COVID dashboard. So just to see if we can kind of get a little bit more clarity on things that they choose to put on the dashboard and things that they choose to leave off. So we will update once that meeting is done.
And if y'all have any questions you want us to ask him or anything in general, just feel free to email me, Jackson, or Drew.
Questions for Jackson or Kate?
I had heard something about including like the number of students who have like reported that they're vaccinated on the dashboard. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, I had a conversation with the head of student health, and he said that that's something that they're looking into, but there's nothing that's like for sure about that. But they really like that idea, and that's definitely something we're going to bring up when we have our meeting with Dr. Handwork.
Other questions about COVID things? All right, thank you, everyone. Double check. Does anyone have a Senate report? Constituent concern? Yeah, go ahead, Armand.
One of my constituents mentioned to me that they were woken up by some landscaping that was being done at like 7 or 7:30, like directly outside their dorm. So I was wondering if like that's just part of their normal schedule, or if that was something that was unique to that week.
Physical planning, can you check on that? Meredith says they will check on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Armand. Abby?
I was wondering, well, a lot of people in my hall are wondering, are the kitchens planning on opening up in dorms anytime soon? Like, do you know, was there like a time frame for that?
Jackson, Kate, or Drew, do you want to touch on that?
The end of the month is their current timeline. I know they've started to prepare like lounges and kitchens. They're just working through the final protocols. But I think the timeline is end of the month, start of April. They just need to figure out like reservations for kitchens and policies. But they are really close from what you've been told with Dean Clifford and Res Life.
Jackson, Butler?
I had a couple of constituents. So I represent Angelou. We are right next to the football field, and a couple of people from Angelou and also a few people from Johnson. Or no, wait, is it Johnson or Bostwick? One of the two, whatever one is closest to the football field. They asked if I could bring up the fact that football team practices at like 6:30, 7 a.m. and has their music like blasting super loud and it wakes everyone up. So if there's anyone that can like look into like seeing if they could like turn it down or something, that would be wonderful.
Victoria, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, sorry. I lived in Angelou freshman year like 3 years ago, and it was like that then, and we asked and nothing changed. So I'm not exactly sure if anything will change, but you can try again.
Oh, well, okay, thank you.
Why don't I take that one?
Tim will take that one.
I'll see what I can do.
Tim Erde, would you like to?
Thank
say-
you.
Yeah, a couple people had asked if the school had any plan for if they were going to continue doing the weekly testing for the rest of the semester, and if people got vaccinated, would they still have to continue to be tested?
Yeah, people who have been vaccinated will continue to be tested per what we said last week. And I think the plan right now, as far as we've been told, is to continue it, but I could be incorrect about that.
Yeah, I can confirm that they're prepared to test everybody every week for the rest of the semester.
I can double confirm that. And just remember, unfortunately, there are some vaccination, for some individuals, for whatever reason, the vaccination is ineffective or doesn't take. So I think we just want to do our due diligence for the rest of the semester.
Caroline Dixon.
Thank you.
So this is actually involves me and another constituent from Collins. We actually have the exact same name, and recently a lot of our private information, such as code of conduct, hearings, medical information, has been being mixed up, and I'm receiving these emails, and I think my constituent is very concerned now that I know her personal business, and this has been going on for a while now. So I was wondering if anybody, maybe Ethan with his code of conduct, knew how we could clear this up and maybe clear some names or stop this from happening in the future, because one, I feel bad that I know her personal information, and two, I think it's a privacy thing.
I didn't catch all of that, Caroline. Sorry, but let's talk afterward and we can discuss.
Okay.
Ethan, while I trust your capability to handle this one, why don't you let me take this one? I can move on it tomorrow morning.
Sounds great.
Caroline, can you send me all the details? I have a Dean of Students leadership meeting tomorrow, so I can get in front of Dean Goldstein.
Okay, thank you.
Any other constituent concerns? Announcements?
Keep signing up for Dating Deacons. It's going really well. We're setting records this semester, and we could use all the help we can get.
Any other announcements?
Please just make sure you fill out the form that Jess and I sent out in the group me so we can get an accurate number about t-shirts.
Send Drew videos for the thank you video. Say it again. Send them to Drew. If you don't have Drew's phone number, send them to me, or send them to Caroline, or send them to Victoria, or someone in cabinet, or Miles, and we can get them to Drew. Other announcements?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Does anyone have an opposition? Raise your hand. All right, have a good rest of your day, everyone.